All right, this game, I've been playing this game for a very long time, and it's a whole lot of fun. But I know that a lot of people that still play it, they're people that have known about the game for a long time. So they probably played it when it first came out. And a couple years ago, the current owners of the game, they got it on Steam, which is really cool because now people have access to it that otherwise like never would have seen it. And there's a big push for um, retro games and everything. Um, but I noticed that a lot of people that come and they start playing it, they they don't really stick around that long. And I think a lot of that is because this is like an old school game and it doesn't have like all the tutorial stuff and all the media online that people have become used to. So like there's really nobody holding your hand when you start playing the game. And the developers are kind of working on making it a smoother process, but it's a pretty harsh, it's a tough game to get into. So that's why I think that only people that really have experience with the game stick around and play because they know how good the end, like the middle and the end game is, and it's really hard to get to that point. So I want to make just like a quick video from my point of view that describes like why this game is so much fun. Okay, so a few reasons why I think this game is totally worth playing. Um, One, right now it's free. It's free and it's supported by the community. So there's a lot of like updates, quality of life updates, bug improvements and stuff going on. It's just like a cool, nerdy little community. And again, it's free. Um, Very strong community. I've played other games and like they look cool and they're flashy and there's a lot of content and you do it, but like who cares? Because you're not doing it with anybody else. You're doing it solo, or even if you're in like a guild or a company, it's so big and impersonal, and you don't really get to um, like you don't really build any relationships in the game. Which like I'm saying this as a grown man, and it's kind of like a weird thing to say. Um, but Meridian, this game is so awesome because it's a very small community, and I know almost everyone that plays it. So, for example, right now there's only 24 people on this server, and that seems like nothing, but for Meridian, that's actually pretty decent. If there were 100 people on this game, it would be mayhem. So between 25 and 60 is very healthy. Um, I know I've been playing this game for a long time. I know like almost all the names that come on. Like everybody has a very strong reputation. Um, when you log on or log off, people notice. So I'll just say like I'll say I'll say that to the server, and I'll probably get a few responses from the people that are playing. Um, anyway, so if you're looking for like a game that has a strong, well, this is kind of funny because now nobody's like nobody's responding. Anyway, like it's um, basically like in contrast to these like huge games that have a wild player base where people come and go for a few months, but it really doesn't matter because you don't even know them. Like this is the absolute opposite. It's a very small community. Almost everyone knows each other. You can have a big impact on the people around you. You can be like good or bad. You can run around and kill people and make enemies. Um, it's a really cool little community that for me has been no other game that has like that sense of community. Basically, the whole bottom window right here is just a chat room. You know. Um, oh, I'm getting attacked. All right. I'm gonna say jerk, who is okay. So this so sexy is attacking me. She sucks. But I'm getting hit by the thing that I was. Okay, hold on. I got this turned into a PvP video. Okay, so she's core. I'm just gonna try to hit. I'm not regged up to fight. I don't have any of the stuff that makes me good at fighting. Typically, I'd be crushing. I'd be crushing this person. Okay, so this guy, it's hard for me to think and fight at the same time. Alright, that's not great. She's gonna hold me now. Basically, so she's like the bad school. So she can like hold me. She's gotta be out of mana. So she's getting low. See if I typically have a bow in this guy, which is my like ranged weapon. Uh-oh, this is not good. That's not good. I'm gonna try to run. Okay. Oh, nope, she's gonna try to fireball me. My resists are doing well. I'm gonna have to log here. I basically have to zone in and out. I can't. Oh, I can RM, hold on. Which is resist magic. Alright. I'm probably gonna die here. Maybe not. She's out of range of her bow. Okay, so this is like maybe a good example of why I like this game so much. You can just be out and get attacked, and it's great. And I can... Okay, so she blinded me, which sucks. But I have buffs up. All these things up here underneath my head, those are my buffs. So one of those like counteracts the blind. Okay. This is my guildmate. Oh. Alright, so that's my buddy right there. He's my homie, Cedar. And he's like, he's the good magic, and he dazzled her, which is, anyway, this is, if you don't know what's going on in the game, like, you're gonna have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. Alright, so where was I? One sec. Making stupid bad video. Okay. So strong community, like that's a good example. This person in here, like I know who she is. I talk trash to her every once in a while. She's not that good at the game. She's gonna try to kill me if she can. If I was like, if I had my fighting gear on me, like I would have crushed her. And I'll probably after making this video come back and beat her ass. And this other dude out here, this is my homie. I've been playing with him for a couple years, and like he's on my team. He's like in my gang. So like we're at war with a different guild right now, and he's one of my guildmates. So he helps me fight them. Okay, so very strong community. Open world PvP, which you just saw. Like this game is full loot open world PvP. So like we're in a town right now. So anyway, I won't get into details. Essentially, for 90% of the game, it's open world PvP, and if you kill somebody, you drop all your stuff and you can take it. So it's a lot of fun. There is a mechanism in this game called logging off, where you just close the client and you turn into a ghost, and after 10 minutes, if you don't log back on, you take a penalty. So it's a penalty short of death. So like don't think that there's going to be a bunch of bullies killing you all the time, and that you won't be able to play. Like there's actually pretty elegant mechanisms that make open world PvP like very viable, but still dangerous and fun. Um, and then the fourth thing is the fourth thing is like how balanced this game is. Like it's not they didn't design it as a PvP game, but just like based on how they did it, it just worked out to be like a really well balanced PvP game where there isn't like a meta, there isn't like a number one best character that wins all the time, and you also don't have to be fully built to be good. So for example, um, in that fight that we just had, I got attacked by that person and they should have won, but they're bad, and I was able to sneak away and like somehow not die. You know what I mean? So also it means that you can be half built or quarter built and still have a lot of fun in the game. So you don't have to come here and uh, build like a maxed out character for 2 months and get the best of everything to be competitive. You can have a lot of fun with like a pretty awful character that's like a week old, and especially if you have friends that play, like 3 people that are half built will destroy the best player who's fully built almost all the time. Like if you can come here and if you can coordinate on like using Discord or whatever, like you and your friend can be 40% complete characters and you can be really dangerous and you can have a whole lot of fun. So that's something else. And the last thing I want to say is the game is like very casual most of the time. So like right now there's PvP, like we just that person just attacks me, maybe we want to see if she comes back outside and we can attack her again because she's safe inside this building. But like notice how little of my screen the game takes up, and I can run 3 clients, I can run 3 versions of the game like on a cell phone. I mean, there is no like cell phone version of the game, but like it requires no computing power. So I'm like where I have this Excel spreadsheet with this character information in my notes for making this awful video. Like um, I typically have like videos up or a podcast up. So like if you have an hour and a half to kill and you want to build in this game, like you can build your character, you can make your character stronger, or you can like talk with people while still doing other stuff. It's not like a game that it consumes like all of your attention. Um, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and see how bad this video turned out. Maybe I'll post it. But really cool game. Hope you guys, anybody who sees this video is like interested in playing it and comes back. If you're a veteran that hasn't played in a long time, like in 2024, 2025, well, it's like January 2025. Like the game is still alive and going, having a good time. So thanks for watching.